Hi friends, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life, a day in my quilting room. This is video 9. It's a vlog of me just vlogging what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So I haven't done one of these in 5 days because all the other videos in between 5 days ago and now, I've just been making regular videos, which is still considered vlogging in a way. So, yeah, I was going to come on yesterday, so you guys didn't see me yesterday, but I'm hurting. I'm hurting so bad. I'm tired and I'm hurting. My legs are just horrible. I went to the doctors and all sorts of stuff yesterday, so I'm just pooped. Is that the word for it? I'm pooped. I'm tired. This is because my legs hurt, and I was up most of the night last night too because of the pain in my hips and my legs. It's horrible. It just doesn't stop. Anyway, but I'm going to push through today and load the long arm. That's what I'm going to do. Because I need to have something on that thing at all times. I mean, what's the point of having it if there's not something always on it? Even if it's the same project for like 5 days because I'm too lazy to do it. As long as it's loaded, it's a good thing. Because that means I'm not wasting money with it just sitting out there doing nothing. Anyway, so new to my channel, subscribe down that way and like my videos and share and comment on them when you're watching the replay and so on and so forth and blah 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 and yada yada yada. I know I'm silly, right? At least I have a good sense of humor when I'm in pain. I think smiling and laughing is what helps soothe the pain. Let's see who is here visiting with me today. We got Kim, and we got Vicky, we got Nita, Mary Jane, Gwen, Joyce, it's Suburban. Hello, everybody. Good now afternoon, because it's afternoon time now. Unless you're in California, then it's not. It's almost afternoon. So, yeah, today I want to load the long arm, but I need to piece the backing, and not really piece, it's being pieced, but not like you would think, big long seams here and there. I'm using a sheet, and it is a flannel sheet, and it is not big enough. So what I need to do is, okay, so you know how sheets have a top and it's usually a fold over. I need to chop that off, and then I need to chop off the folded hemmed bottom, and on top and bottom sew another fabric on because it needs to be longer. But we're going to see, because I actually have to remeasure the quilt just to make sure, because I don't remember this quilt turning out as big as it says on the little piece of paper that I wrote on it. So I need to measure it. So I figured we'd start out in this position while I chit-chatted. And so I'm going to be doing, I'm going to load the Insomniac quilt. I know it's hard to tell what it is when it's on here, but it says it's 82 by 102. That's what I wrote down and stuck on the hanger, 82 by 102. But for some strange reason, I don't feel like going back to the Insomniac quilt videos. It's called the Insomniac quilt. I don't want to go back to the video and be like finding it until the end, because I wait until the end of every video to measure something when I'm just building randomly. I don't want to go to the video and go to the end and go, oh, okay, I am right, when I could just measure it right now instead of going to the video. So I need to find the half mark. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you remember this. I think I did it in the Insomniac series. I'm not sure. I think this is just called the Insomniac quilt, though. I'm not sure. You know me, I forget sometimes. Oh, there's the other corner. I was wondering where it disappeared to. All right, so. Oh, that's not half. Oh my gosh, this thing is just enormous. All right, let's see, is that half? That is half. So we're going to take a tape measure, And I'm just going to measure this thing while we sit here, and I'll push you back just a smidge. Let's see, make sure it's fully in half, and it is. I mean, 1/8 of an inch when I'm measuring is not a bad thing, because I just need a general measurement so that I can load it on the frame with the correct size backing. So, you notice I always use a tape measure because that's how I do it. Let's see where my hand stopped, right down here. 51. So that is 102. Well, maybe I was correct. Okay. So that's 102 in length. And let's make sure the 82 is the side. So this is definitely a queen size, or fits perfect on a full size. And I already have a purchaser for it, so I'm just trying to get all those things that everyone said they wanted to buy, you know, done and out of the way so that I can make some money. Make some money, honey. All right, let's see what we got going on this direction. I'm just going to lay it right here and hold it down. Making it easier on myself. I just don't want to get up. That's my thing. The longer I can sit down, the better. You guys can't see me struggle down here. And 41 and 41 is 82. I'm getting that big, honestly. I don't. But it is. So I'm going to just rotate you guys just a little bit so I could hold this up as best as I can by myself, because Scotty is in the other room, and just show you so you can get the, oh yeah, I remember you making that quilt. So let's turn you this way in hopes that it stays. So I'm pretty sure you'll say, oh yeah, I remember that completely when I do this. Can you see that? So it's like a butter color in the background, and it's just strips and squares and all sorts of randomness going on, all in like a what is it called, like a barcode type setting, like a barcode. It could be called the barcode quilt, but it's not. It's the insomniac quilt, because I most likely made it in the middle of the night when I wasn't sleeping like a normal person. But then, are any of us normal? Do any of us actually sleep the whole night? No, we don't. All right, so it is 82 by 102. So that does mean I need to add to my backing. All right, so I'm going to just toss this out of the way. Now that I'm 100% sure about it, and then I'm going to show you. Video says 82 by 100. Yeah, maybe I was measuring it on my own, making a mess. Either way, it's about the size it is. So the backing is this flannel sheet. Look at that, it has owls. Isn't it just adorable? So it's not long enough, and I went on Joann's and was trying to find a flannel red that would be like this color right here, like an off red color, you know, to match. But I never found one. Like, every time I get coupons, we go online and we try to find something that I could use or whatever. And yeah, they didn't have the color I was looking for, like, I don't know, at least 5 times of looking to add to this, you know. So what I did is I just dug through my stash, and I have this. You see? It's a brown, and I don't think it's ugly at all. And it matches the browns, because this has got more than one brown shade in it. It's like light brown, and it's very, very tiny little flowers, it looks like, on leaves. So it kind of just, if you look close, and it looks like the stems, and it matches. So this is what I've chose to make it taller. I think that looks cute. And it's the same kind of fabric.
Okay.
And I was gonna see where I was.
Oh, you're still reading? Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know who else has joined. Let's see.
Where were you?
Suburban. Everyone's saying, okay, we got June here. Everyone's saying hi.
You are flat knackered. There you go, Nita.
And all right, so here you go. So I'm gonna take you guys and turn the camera around, and we're gonna chop
you said your
off.
video says 82 by 100.
Yeah, but it's
okay.
82 by 102. So
Hi,
I must
everyone.
have in the video. I must have just like measured it like I just did now during the video maybe, and then after the video we laid it on the living room floor for a more accurate measurement, because I typically tend to do that because I never remember to put it up there. So
Jane got her quilt kit yesterday.
ooh, awesome. That's good. I'm glad you got it in the mail.
Hi, Judy. Judy says hi. Hi,
Hello.
Kitty. Kitty says hi.
Hello, everybody joining. So I'm gonna do the camera flip as soon as I'm behind it and put it on the stand so that I can chop off. Like I was saying, sheets have this folded top thing right here. So you can see I'm going to be chopping this nicely folded part off of the top, as well as on the bottom it's going to have this seam. I'm going to be chopping that off too, and I might as well probably just chop the sides while I'm at it. I mean, the sides don't really bother me. They actually add it adds a little bit more, I don't know how to say the word for it, but it makes it better when I'm on the long arm, because my clamps come in on the side, and if it's the sheets still have the basted edge like this nicely, then my clamps have a better chance of loading without yanking on the edge of the fabric and then just unclamping themselves right away. So sometimes I just leave them. It's not going to matter, because this sheet is, I measured it, it is 88 by 94. So it was a queen size sheet. So I don't really need to add much to it. I just need to add to the top and bottom, and that's it. So
Ray Jean says hi. She's
hello.
watching as she hand binds a quilt.
I will be using the since I'm adding to the top and the bottom, I want this to run with the selvage. That way I have something to pin to. I like pinning to the selvage on the frame. So I'm going to be running the selvage along the top and along the bottom if I can. If not, then oh well, because I don't know how much yardage of this is even here. It's probably just like 2 yards. But I'm going to throw this out of the way and turn the camera. No, just no.
I'm out of your way.
All right, here we go. Go for a trip. Put you up on the stand and turn the camera around right there. Okay, so let's get some work done so that I can load the frame. Done so that I can load the frame. Why does it seem crooked? It's this stupid broken stand. There we go.
Hi. Say hi to me.
I hate that you guys are always so crooked because of my broken stand, and I keep breaking stand. Okay, so let's see how much of this I have. Because if the sale, well, no, I'm only going to get top and bottom selvage. It looks like yards. How long is 2 yards? That's 36 plus 36.
And then yard is 36 inches, and 36 and 36 is 72.
72 is not the length. So it looks like I'm just going to have to cut strips. It's a little bit more than a yard. I mean 2 yards. So here's 2. So 72.
Should we actually measure it? You might not have to cut.
Plus 20. 72 plus 20. 82. 92? Ooh, yeah. I might be able to just use the top and bottom selvage. Ooh, yay.
Yes. You want to measure the whole thing?
Nope. I'm just going to split this in half. And
I could have measured it on the floor for you.
It needs to be pressed.
Okay, I can do that. No, you won't let me do that.
Just press it
Do you want me to plug an iron in for you? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
White cord. I got it. I got it. I'm gonna put this over here for just a minute.
The big beast. Oh, that big funk.
All right, so I'm going to.
Big old thread on that sucker.
I'm flattening out the yardage now on the ironing board because I'm over here at the ironing board and I don't even know what you can see over here and what you can't see. But I'm just
the very
flattening
edge,
it out.
pretty much from here straight down.
Oh,
That shooter table
okay, well
down.
then we can move out of the way.
I am moving. I'm moving.
We're gonna
I
come
could have
over
turned your camera.
to the ironing board just like that.
Goodness, you don't let me do anything. I could have turned the camera for you.
Since this is flannel, it presses really, really easy. And I'm right here now while that heats up. I am going to, I have to press this too, but I'm not going to just yet. I'll press it right before we go outside to the long arm. What I'm going to do is fold this in half exactly at the top where that fold add-on is. We're going to line it up nicely because it's a sheet and it has nice clean ends, just like this, because I'm going to be attaching that to this. That's nice and flat. Everything's nice and flat. I'm going to turn it right here now. Keeping it all flat, and I'm going to chop this off because this will be the edge that I attach to. And we're going to grab a 60, and I'm going to go as close to it as possible to the stitch line on this fold because I definitely want to get as much as I can out of this. I'm going to line a line of my ruler up with the fold that I made and chop that top off. And we're going to do the same at the bottom. And the iron seems to have warmed up already. We're going to come down
Does the
here.
green light mean it's warm? Because it's got the green light on.
And I'm going to do the same here on the bottom.
It's green lighting.
And to know, so like I store all my sheets. Most sheets don't have a size on them. So I use the tag and I write down, I measure them before I put them away. And then I just write the size on the tag if it's not on there, because some tags say, some don't. But this is a wonderful JCPenney home sheet. So that's pretty nice. It's probably expensive as crap. More than I would pay.
Just say very expensive.
More than I would pay probably for sheet set, that's for sure. So again, I'm just going to line these
very
up,
expensive.
making everything nice and flat. And then I'm going to chop this bottom off. Making sure. I know I should have pressed it, but with flannel, it's very forgiving because you can, like,
Nancy says hi.
hello. You could
Hi, Nancy.
use your fingers to press out wrinkles on it because it sticks to itself, so it's easy to de-wrinkle it. There we go. It's all lined up. And now I'm going to do the same on this down here. So I'm going to line my ruler up on this edge that I have a fold so that it's nice and square. I'm lining it up. And this one cut off way better, except for all that down there. Okay, so there's that, and I don't need that. It's going to go in the garbage. And there's the tag from it. So the top and the bottom are now off. Now to press the flannel on the ironing board. And I'm just going to leave this up here because I'm going to probably start sewing on this side when I split this after I iron it. It's been stored a while, so it needs just a little bit of ironing. Anybody else sewing while hanging out?
You're good. Oh, Mary Jane just finished lunch.
Sounds yum. That's what I need to do as soon as I'm done with this, is have lunch. So I'm just gonna slowly pull what I haven't ironed onto the ironing board. Straight.
Phone is ringing. I'll be right back.
Can you leave the tablet down? Never mind. So I'm gonna flatten it out with my hands first. And now to press it.
Okay. Well, we're here. Bye. Maxine's coming over. June is babysitting her 2-year-old granddaughter.
Ooh, fun.
Anita is finishing her crafty grannies. She's just adding a label. Kim is making cornbread and slowing down. Joe says hi. She's knitting
Hello.
fingers on some pink flip top mittens. So fiddly.
All right.
So fiddly. Look how she said that.
I'm going to stick this down here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to split this. I don't even need to chop anything to size. What I'm going to do is just split this in half on the fold of the fabric. So if you don't know, they see over here?
Not at the very end, no.
So here's the fabric. It opens on this side right here. You can see it lifting up, kind of. I'm going to split it on the fold that I just created because that's going to be where I sew. So I'm just going to...
One is adding a backing for her long arm.
Same thing I'm
The
doing.
quilt is 108 long, and so is her backing. Arg, she says.
So I'm just going here, and I just run my scissors in the fold. If you get it just right, you can split the whole entire thing. I try to make sure it stays on that fold that I've purposely created. And just slice my scissors down it. Get rid of all this shred.
Do you want me to turn the camera so they can see the whole thing?
Nope, that's fine. It's done.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now.
Judy just finished her baseball quilt for the first time using that thin cotton batting. Good thing I used most of it up. I don't like using it.
Now I'm going to take one of the halves. This one. And this one half is stuck to the other half.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Look at
because
that.
it's been laundered is why. Just remember, if your fabric's been laundered, you will have shredding even on it. Even if you're whatever. Okay, so now I'm going to take not the side that has the selvage on it. I totally am not. Let's turn this back over there.
Nancy just finished her spicy wings from KFC. She's getting tired of soup. I plan on cooking a ham, green bean casserole, and mashed potatoes for Christmas. And they're talking about food. They're going to make us hungry.
So I'm not going to use the selvage edge. Usually I connect my backing with the selvage because it's two selvages coming together, you know, down the middle and then two pieces. of fabric in full length, but this time I split it. So I'm going to take the side that I split, leaving the selvage coming out to where I can hook the long arm to it, to the leaders. And I'm going to put this right sides together with this side right here. And I am going to sew it on with pretty much almost a 1/2 inch seam. And this should be the correct size. I'm not going to pin anything either, because I don't want to.
Oh, you're pausing and skipping. Tag on it.
You know, it's been doing that a
I
lot
know.
lately.
I know.
Okay. It makes it for suckier videos, that's for sure.
I know. I don't know what to tell you.
Alright.
CJ, are you using
Sides
and you're the only
together.
internet on. I got everything turned off out there.
And I'm going to run a nice back stitch right here, because I don't want it to come apart.
Janice is working on her grandson's quilt, free motion, and got stuck taking stitches out.
Ugh, that sucks.
Bettina says hi.
Hello. Sewing seam, not really.
Nancy says, I'm feeling better and feel like cooking for Christmas, even if it's just me and a cherry pie for dessert. Yeah.
I just adjust as I go. Since this is flannel on flannel, they kind of stick together if you line it up nicely. Once you have that line straightened, it goes pretty easily. I just make sure everything stays flat, because I don't want no creases in my quilt back. I definitely four sides all the way around, so I don't have to center and load it on. And
Bettina just finished up rag quilts for her grand. Kathy says hi. Hi, Kathy.
hello. The only measuring I'll need to do is how far down to start the quilt, if that makes any sense. You guys will see, because we're going to go out to the garage and load this on the frame. If not the whole thing, at least the backing fabric. Because I haven't even cut any batting or anything. So... Alright, so I'm coming on my end. Oops. It'd be nice if I had a full bobbin for that. I was working on a side thing yesterday. So some things I don't record type projects, and I went through a bobbin and whatever's left of this in that project, so. Alright, so I'm just going to start my stitching about 1 inch beyond where it ended. That way I just can stitch on down. Back stitch at the edge. And now I have the top. Now this alone right here can just be loaded, just like this. Because this is more than 10 inches extra that I needed anyway in length. But I'm going to load the quilt where it comes down, so this is on the top and the bottom instead of just the top, because right now it's just on the bottom.
Hi,
because
Brenda.
the owls are
Brenda says hi.
hello, the owls are directional, so I have to make sure that I load this the correct way. So there'll be a top and a bottom of this quilt. There are a few times that I've accidentally put directional fabric on the long arm upside down. One quilt in one quilt in that lineup of accidentally putting upside down and then quilting and not realizing it till I was done is my birthday quilt that's on my bed. But guess what? It doesn't matter because it's on my bed and nobody else has to see my upside down backing.
It's fine.
So now I'm going to add this other side now, which would technically be the top, onto the top. So I just back stitch. I always back stitch at the end. Always, always, always.
Nancy says she's looking forward to getting back to sewing after her follow-up January 15th with the surgeon.
Awesome. Oh, so vlog-wise, news, I guess. I went to the doctor's yesterday about my wrist. He's not sure. It's just carpal tunnel. He thinks that I have more than one thing going on. So I'm getting an x-ray as soon as I get down to go take an x-ray. Yesterday it was already too late because my appointment was in the afternoon. I need to have an x-ray done of my wrist and a nerve conduction study test thingy mabobber, which I've already had before. So I'm going to the same doctor that did my last one like 6 years ago, but it was a nerve conduction test. So that's how I found out I had the second thing that I got going on. I don't know. That's why I never talk about it. It just means that my muscles degenerate twice as fast as the average person. And I can't keep them. I can't just, you have to, it'll keep beeping.
What do I do?
Unplug it.
Oh, okay.
I have to, no matter how much exercise I do, I cannot build that muscle back up. It's just going to waste away, and the nerves are wasting away with it. That's why I have so many sensory issues. But anyways, I'm going to that same doctor who did that test to have the nerve thing done. He wants it on my whole arm just to see, because the pain I'm describing is more than carpal tunnel, he said. So yeah, that's how that went. So I'll have that done. Yeah.
Probably he never leaves.
So that's how that went, and that's what's going on with that. So I'll know more after having an x-ray and the nerve conduction study. But since it's Christmas time, obviously I'm going to have to wait until probably January or so. There's one thing about making backing that I don't like when it's flannel, is having it all sitting on my lap, making me sweat more, because I'm wearing a sweatshirt today because I have a tank top underneath, because that's how I slept last night, because I was so hot last night. Yet it's freezing for me, but I was hot because I had my heating blanket on and I was trying to warm my legs, and it just wasn't, it was just making me.
Sheets, you have a heated blanket, and you have a quilt on your bed.
Yes.
You got a lot.
I slept in the Ninja Turtle pants, which are fleece, and usually at night when I sleep I don't wear fleece pajama pants. What's that for?
Oh. Nancy said good luck with your x-ray and nerve conduction study tests.
Yeah.
Results.
So we'll see what that is. Those results will be when that happens. And we'll know if that's going to stop me from sewing for a couple days or so. If I have to have some kind of fix-it surgery. Just sewing along. Whew, it's off my lap. That's what I get for wearing a sweatshirt. Fleece pajama pants.
Kathy says her daughter got to experience the snow here last night for the first time.
Ooh, look at that. That's awesome. Can you close the door so they're not in the background sound?
Yeah.
Everybody loves them and all, but online doesn't need to be hearing their conversations. All right, so my next step is to press this. You could either press it to one side. I don't like doing that because it has a little bit of a lump, especially since this is all flannel. I'm not going to press to one side. Instead, I'm going to press the seam completely open all the way down. So what I do is replug the iron back in.
You want me to do that? I could have done that.
Okay, sorry guys. My internet is not happy today. My internet is so not happy. We were just having a conversation about this new iron being called Beep.
Because it beeps a lot.
Because it beeps all the time.
Sure beeps a lot.
We didn't even know it wasn't live.
Yeah. So I don't know how much you guys got, but we're back.
So I'm pressing this seam open. So what I do is I spread the fabric. I stick my finger in the crease and I move my fingers down it. That does not sound very good. Especially if you have a dirty mind like me.
Stop. I mean, we're doing quilting here.
Hey, it's not for children. My channel is not for kids. So I'm just spreading this open on the way down with my finger first, and then I iron it. And make sure it's nice and flat first. And then my iron should run nicely along that once my finger has done most of the work.
June, I'm not sure what you're saying in my x-ray show. But anyway, Nancy says she's from Chicago suburbs and misses the snow at Christmas. In Kentucky, they rarely get snow.
Okay, so I have pressed down that. Now I just need to give this whole thing a pressing while I'm up here.
Sort of sounds Darth Vader-y when it's on.
It does.
Yeah. Is that Teresa again? Who's it that gave you that?
Teresa.
Yeah. Where's Teresa at? She on here?
She's not on.
Oh. I'm going to tell Teresa about Beep or Darth Vader here. The Darth Vader iron.
Alright, so now I'm going to pull it down. Expose more.
Oh, that's just
The print.
leaf or whatever.
No.
I thought that was
I'm
something on
going
there.
to use my fingers first, open the seam up, and then take the iron to it again.
Do you need more water in there at all? In your iron?
Not that I know of, because I'm not looking.
Okay, well, I know you're a big water user.
It will soon.
Okay, I'll do it then when you're done. Kathy says, I'm here in Washington. We live in I'm up here in Washington. We live in Orange County, California for my daughter's whole life, so she is very excited to be up here in the cold.
Huh. That's cool, though.
That's the one who said her daughter got to see snow for the first time last night. And Heather says, hey, hey. Hi, Heather.
Hello. Alright, so I do need to press this whole sheet while I'm at it, but it's kind of hard to do.
Do you want me to help you here?
Nope, you're going to move out of the way for 2 seconds.
I am out of the way.
I'm going to move this for a second, my friends.
Do you want me to move the ironing board?
Nope.
Okay, well, you're on cords and everything, should be wet.
Alright. You can just sit or something while I do this. I'm going to turn the camera more so you can see. My ironing board is still...
You want to see me, I'm going to move over here.
I'm just going to put it right here. You guys can see when I iron. Oh. We're going to go into a tank top. You guys are just going to watch me in a tank top today because I'm sweating my butt off and it's not nice. All right.
So I asked if you wanted me to iron. I could iron for you.
Now, I just need to start pressing this whole entire thing. So I'm going to hang it over the iron and do all one side and then swap to doing the whole other side.
Suburban's back. She says hello.
The camera is on the door.
Courtesy of Maxine.
Oh, that was nice of her. Did you say thank
Awesome.
you?
Yes.
That's really cool.
Yeah, you guys are on camera.
You
Just
guys
so
are
you
on
know.
camera.
That's
Yes, I am
okay.
aware.
Just so you know.
That was his Christmas present.
He got to open his Christmas present. Maxine gave CJ. What did you get, CJ, for Christmas? Some really cool Xbox ones for his.
He got
Xbox.
a knife too, but we can't put that on camera.
He has
All right.
merchandise. You didn't have to get him that, but okay.
It was James. That's from me.
Okay, well that was a good thought then. That was nice of James. He didn't get him anything. Goodness.
James
Get-
is trying to get him a video game.
He's getting spoiled.
All right, so let's get to this ironing.
Nope, Kim said hi to you guys, but they already left, so sorry.
Hello.
No, she
Oh.
said hi to CJ and Maxine.
Oh, yeah, they're in and out quickly. They're all hanging out. Probably gonna play video games because that's what they do. They're teenagers.
Gives them something to do, I guess.
Keeps them out of trouble. So I'm pressing this whole entire sheet because it
Suburban
needs to
says
be flat.
I just cut 3 huge heads of beautiful, perfect broccoli. Yay me.
Can you put the water in here?
I already did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't
You
tell, 'cause-
Didn't see me do that? Yeah, you're all the way up to there. I didn't know how. Do you want to go all the way up to? I don't know how high you go.
but that's fine. All right. And I just continue on until the whole thing is ironed. Obviously, I need to get towards that bottom. So much prep goes into making sure that everything is flat when you quilt. Some people don't realize all the work that goes into making a quilt. You know? It's pretty crazy, all the things that we have to do and struggle with. And if you guys don't have an ironing board like this, it makes it even harder. Because I used to not have a big ironing board when I first started. And I've always made big quilts. And this just made things so much easier.
Okay. She never said, so I don't know. But I told her she could open her stuff from Grandma online if she wanted to. I never got an answer, so I don't know.
You can tell this has been in the closet for a while. It's all wrinkled.
Do you need me to help you move it around in there?
Oh, there's a lot of wrinkles right here. I didn't see that. I guess certain lighting shows the wrinkles more. Okay. It's not going to be perfect. Whew. I'm tired already. I don't even want to go outside now and load the frame. How many of you do that? How many of you work really hard to get everything together only to be so exhausted by the time you're done that the project ends up a UFO because you were so tired getting everything ready? And then it sits forever and a day to where you have to do the whole process all over again because it sat too long waiting to go on the long arm or be quilted or what have you.
Nancy says, are the expensive quilting? She was commenting on whatever you were saying earlier. I think about the wrinkles or something. Kim says, me. Which you're just saying now.
Yeah, I get so exhausted at loading the frame. I mean, it's not that hard, but when my legs feel like they do right now, it makes everything challenging. More challenging than normal.
Well, you could let me iron and you could read the comments. Ironing I can do. So that's on you, honey.
Yeah.
You even said earlier that you were going to have me iron.
I still have to trim those edges to make them the same as the
June,
backing.
June says I do that off and on.
Yeah, this happens all the time to me. I get so tired. There's so much work. So much work.
that actually my phone?
Yep.
Whoa. Probably from
You
the
want
school.
it?
No. I'm sure it's from the school. It's the only person I get text from at all. Everyone else just knows not to text me. Now the iron is humming, sounds like.
Yeah. I need to know.
June says, I haven't sewed for 2 weeks. Get this iron. Oh, I already took the other one out. I didn't know we had 2 here. You filled?
Alright, let's split this seam now, because that's the part I'm at.
Can you help?
So again, because it's flannel, I don't want a very thick seam. So you could push it to one side if you want, but what happens is you'll have, if you're feeling along the bottom of your quilt, when your quilt is opposite way, you'll have that lump. And if that runs parallel or alongside any other seams from the top of the quilt, then it becomes truly noticeable.
Kim says, I have 2 quilt tops that my grandmother and great-grandmother made in 1950 and 1955, and they were never quilted. Have to do by hand.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah. You were working on your by hand blocks just the other night, weren't you, Tiff?
Yep.
When we were watching a movie, what, 2 nights ago or so?
Yeah. I work on my hand piecing when I can, when I feel the need to do it. So that's what I did the other night. I forgot I didn't even tell you guys that's what I was doing the other night instead of being in here.
Well, we were watching a movie.
Alright, since the top of that is already pressed.
Do you want me to unplug that?
Nope, I'm just going this way now. Now we gotta go the opposite way.
Yes. Oh, I was going to help, but you're going too fast. You're going to burn my finger.
Yeah.
June says good luck to him, and Nancy says I love hand quilting.
Mom,
Yes.
try to use this mic. Maybe it will help.
What is it?
It goes thing, but he doesn't have live. It's a mic.
What am I gonna hook it to?
Your phone. You get better talking.
I don't think it's gonna change while I'm on live.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It was a thought.
Hey, did you want to open your gifts from Grandma? You can open them on.
Yeah.
Well,
Which
go
one?
get it. It's on the table. I put them aside. They have your name on.
Okay.
They have your name on, but I put them off to the side. So there you go. While you're ironing, Maxine can open gifts. From here, I'll go grab my phone while we're all doing this. See everything at once. Yep, it's from the high school. I told you.
Almost done. Almost done. You guys just get to watch my butt the whole entire time.
Well, that doesn't bother me. I don't know about your quilting fans, but for me, that's good view. Sit right back here and stare.
I'll open in here.
They can watch Maxine open up the present.
Alright, while I'm ironing, you
Yeah.
open for Grandma.
Can-
so they cannot
Can you
see
quickly
down
look and
there.
see if you're still on? Because we're not on here, honey.
Here's Maxine opening a gift.
Dan just sent you a message on Messenger. Says I absolutely love that quilt. This quilt must have been the one that she got, the freebie.
Who?
Diane.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Messenger. She's not
What did you
online.
get? Oh, look at that. A silk robe.
I think this used to be Grandma's. But that's okay. So
We're not
that
gonna-
counts.
We're not gonna say anything, but yes, we know. Grandma's a notorious regifter.
Okay,
I can
well, I
text
need
it
to
smells
iron
like
some
her.
more.
I got, of course, she bought when I was in the Marine Corps. Is what she gave to me.
Look, I got 10 bucks.
That's good. I told her just to give you guys money.
Gas.
Kim says, now, Scott, this is a family show. Starts talking about staring at your butt, Tiffy.
Yeah.
And she also says very pretty,
camera
Maxine.
is on.
She got a nice booty.
No.
They're saying very pretty on your thingy.
I could wear that with like a pair of shorts and a tank top and have it open like a
Yeah.
shaw. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Havasu.
Whatever
It's
you
like
want.
100 degrees for 8 months of the year here, so yes. You could definitely do that.
I got a picture of CJ smiling. I'm gonna send it to you.
Whoa.
Yeah, he
That's-
actually stood there and
that is
posed
amazing.
for me and smiled. I like this material. Like the owls. Bye,
It's
everybody.
cute.
It is cute. Oh, we got candy for you.
Yummy.
And your cleaner things, all that stuff that's out there in that driveway. It's been there since Grandma dropped it off. I haven't moved it anywhere.
Again, this is a day in my quilting room, and it's quilting life. So anything that happens in my life, the ins, the outs, the kids, the ups, the downs, all of the stuff that pops on camera, I can't control. I am not in a controlled environment here.
It's okay. Nothing bad. They like to see people opening gifts. It's Christmas. I'm sure no one gets mad at that. Nancy said bye to Maxine.
They're saying bye to you, Max.
She's in the other room with CJ, probably playing video games or something.
Sounds like they're just chit-chatting.
Whatever. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Here, I'm gonna go get her candy.
What's the weather like for everybody today? Today it's a nice sunny day here. Highs are supposed to be like 69, 70. Kind of weird, right? And then it drops back down for next week. Okay, and a little bit more left to press. Look at that. I'm back to the beginning again. Just the opposite side. And I can go load the frame. And I gotta put my sweatshirt back on because it's still too cold outside for me.
Okay, that's right back. Kim says it's okay, Tiff. Controlled environment is overrated.
Alright.
And then they're saying about how cold it is where they are.
That's because I asked what the temperature was like.
Nancy says it's 30, I think. Bettina says it's 40s in Tennessee. Kim says it's 59 here, going to be 30 or lower by morning.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I gotta slide this back over where it goes.
You want me to do that for you? I can do that.
Fine, it goes easy.
Okay. Okay.
Plus, there's
okay.
too much movement right here, so you're in the way.
Mary Jane says it's sunny 70 degrees in East Texas.
Oh. All right, so I need to cut these. Okay, you can move now.
Joyce says it's 59 in Madison, Wyoming today, and cloudy.
We're gonna come right here, and I'm gonna trim. You can see that my fabric is longer than my top, and I kind of want all that to be equal. So what I'm gonna do is just straighten it up like this, and I'm just gonna trim excess off by making this equal with that. That's all I'm gonna do.
Kathy says it's 43 in Washington, and Brenda says hi. Hi, Brenda.
Hello. So here's the one, it's equal, and I saved my fabric scraps from flannel as well. I save all my scraps. All of the scraps I save. Now we're gonna find the other end and trim it as well. And then that way it will be nice and equal when I do my fold to load it on the long arm. There. Okay.
Sharon says it's 45 degrees there.
So that is done. Now what I'm going to do is see how long it is.
Kitty says it's 47 here in Charleston, West Virginia. Sun is shining though, so it's not bad.
I'm going to see the width. That way I know how far down to put the quilt when I load it.
Oh, you want me to get tape measure?
No, but I want you to hold that real
Okay,
quick.
that I can do.
Fold it properly.
Yeah, let me put the thing down. Let me hold it up so you can measure it.
No, just lay it on the iron board. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. Okay. Just leave it right there.
Do you want to get tape measure and measure real quick?
Come down. I want it on the iron board. Thank you.
Okay.
Now, instead of measuring it, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to take the length of the quilt, fold it in half. So I think this is my 102. Quilt goes this way.
Spervin says it's 61 and sunny there, but nasty on Christmas Eve. It's turning nasty on Christmas Eve.
Going to line these up. We're going to measure this right here and see how long this is. This is my length. Just tell me if it.
51.
Yep, that's my length.
And that's
So
102.
I'm going to lay this on here.
Could have just measured that. Shouldn't be.
Are you kidding me?
That's
It's
way
really going to be just an inch.
That's way long, honey.
Look at that.
That's way long.
Okay, well, that's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. So I'm going to load it towards the top then. It might just only be on the top. Who knows? We'll see. All right. I don't care anymore. All right, we're going to make our couch. Can you turn the lights on in the garage, please,
Yeah.
for me?
You want me to take this?
Can you
Make
just
any
leave
of the
it?
quilting stuff?
Just take this out there.
Because Judy says there's a snowstorm there and it's -7. -9 degrees Celsius. They're expecting up to 26 centimeters, which is about 10 inches of snow,
All right.
she says.
So we are going to go out to the garage. Scott's going to go turn the lights on. Let me turn that upwards. And you can face me. Oh my goodness. Come on, stay. This thing is so broken. So we're going to go out to the garage and load the frame. If the only thing I do is load the backing, then that's the only thing I do. Because it needs to get done and I need something on the frame like I explained in the beginning. So we're going to grab this quilt top and we're going to go mobile through the house. And everything's unplugged. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I'm going to go for a walk through the house. We're going to go out to the garage and
Do you need me to grab anything else?
do the stuff in there. So, no,
Okay.
so now we're in the garage where the long arm is, and I'm going to just place that right. And we're going to load the frame. So I'm going to turn the camera around facing the frame so that you guys can watch. Some more of my booty. Because that's all you see when I do this. Let's turn it just like that. You can see the whole frame.
Booty, booty, booty. Tiffany's booty's everywhere.
It's 55 in here right now. So I always take my cloth leader from the back side, flip it around, and flip it on top of itself. Like that. You have to be in here too.
I was helping you.
And then I also take, now here's the rail I always take off. This one, you can see me lifting it. This one I always take off, but I don't remove it until I'm done basting the quilt on. Pinning it on. So I fold this over this bar like this.
I was gonna say, we're not doing a basting, are we?
No,
Not like poor Becca, did she ever get hers basted? Do we know?
no idea. I'm sure having issues with things lately.
Shirley says hi.
Hello. So I'm just
They're
loading
having
the
a
thing.
snow day there in Calgary, Canada, she says. At least a foot of snow.
I have this light up here above me. Let's see if you guys noticed that it turned on. So above me, look at the lighting. It's not the best, but it works for what I have. So now I need my pins, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my quilt backing, and I'm gonna find the top. What did I make the top?
Rowena says hi. Hello, Rowena. She just
Hello.
got off. She's still working from home.
Okay, so here is my directional way. It needs to be directional. So that means this is my top. I'm going to fold it in half and find the center.
Do
So
you want me
I'm
to grab the
folding
other
in
end?
half. Nope.
Okay.
Finding my center, just like this, and make sure that it's all lined up, because if it sags, then you're not getting your true center. Finding my center, and you can either crease it, iron it, or put a pin in it. I am just going to throw a pin in it after creasing it. So I found my line, it's creased. I'm just going to toss a pin in here directly on that. And then this is going to lay face down over the center of this, like that.
Rowena asked, what are you quilting today?
I'm going to be doing the Insomniac quilt. So I'm just going to lay that there. I'm going to find the bottom now, and I'm going to do that same thing. And I left my pins underneath. Grab a pin. I'm going to put it in my mouth. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to put them next to each other like this. Find the center again. And again, you could either crease it and find the center, or you can pin it. I do both. I put a crease, then I put the pin. That way I have a more accurate mark, if that makes any sense. Okay, so there is my pin there. So I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to drop it down in the middle. No! When I'm filming, all the stuff that happens. Or maybe it's just one of them days. It's heavy though, so that's why it fell. Find my center pin somewhere around here. There it is. Lay that over there. And I'm going to go to that side and start pinning over there. Don't fall. Don't fall. So I have a mark on my long arm on the cloth leader that says center. Actually, it just has a C, which means center for me. And I'll put my first pin in, holding the whole entire thing while I adjust it, because it's so heavy it's going to want to fall a bazillion more times. That's the only thing about using flannel and any kind of minkies or things like that. They're heavier.
Hello?
A lot heavier. Minky, that's the word I was looking for. I was distracted for a moment. So I'm just pinning since I'm pinning, I put my pins about every inch or so. So I'm just putting this on here. I pin one side first. I go one way and then I come back and pin the other side. I used to go from side to side and I felt that that was way too much work. So I stopped doing that and just go one way only at first. So I'm just lining the edge of the quilt up with the edge of my cloth leader.
Judy says they have another storm moving in from the States tomorrow, so we're sending them a storm.
Oh man.
We're sending her a storm.
I wish you guys could send us some rain or something. I don't like rain. I mean, I like rain, obviously. I just have arthritis, so it bothers me, but it makes me feel not that good. But I do think we need rain. And I like when it storms, but it doesn't really storm in the wintertime as opposed to summertime storms. But we haven't had rain all year, so we are in desperate need of some. Alright, last in on this side.
That's normal for us now.
Now, before this falls, because it's so heavy, I'm gonna go back the other way now. So I'm just gonna line up the selvage along the edge of my cloth leader, take out my center pin and start pinning from that pin. And I know there's so many other ways to load. People have those red snappers and clips and all sorts of stuff, which would make this probably a lot easier and less bloody because I poke myself pretty often.
Oh, Teresa's on now. She said hi earlier. I missed it.
Hello.
Teresa, you missed her using your iron. She got a new name for it.
Is it Teresa McBride or Teresa Louise?
Oh, this one's Teresa Louise.
Teresa Louise is not the one.
Okay, sorry.
It's Teresa McBride.
Sorry, wrong one then. You got too many people.
Why do you think I don't say anything unless I know that person is specifically on?
I'm sorry.
Not mad. All right. It always seems to go faster once I switch sides too. Like it's the weirdest thing. I can go one side and it seems like it takes forever. But once the one side is pinned, I don't have to do that double holding it extra tightly thing because that side's already pinned. And if it falls, at least that side is already pinned. And if it falls to where I could still pull this side back up and line everything up because it won't go crooked once one side is already pinned. All right. One more pin on this, and then I can work on pinning the bottom.
I thought you were done.
No, it's on camera still.
Okay. I'm taking CJ. He said he will buy me lunch because I got him a gift.
Okay.
So.
Well, he has lots of money.
All right, so now I'm gonna line up my center here.
I'll tell you guys my story later.
Okay.
I'm gonna line this up on the
Recycling.
line.
I guess, yeah, it's paper. I wouldn't know why not. That's the only thing wants to keep the bow though.
You want to keep the bow, Mom?
No.
I didn't think so.
Okay, don't please stop crumbling and making.
Sorry, the bows keep going.
All right, so lining my center with my center, just like this on the cloth leader, and now I'm going to pin along the bottom. And I pin up about 1/4 of an inch for line up, but this one, but I still kind of know where 1/4 inch up is. So I just do this all the way down. About 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch apart. Goes pretty quick.
Oh, hi there.
It's on live stream still.
Then I say, oh, hi there.
Okay.
I don't know what the camera's facing, so I just said, oh, hi.
No, it's facing on. You're fine, you're not there.
Okay, so I'm just pinning. Lots of pinning. Now you know why I don't normally record this process, because like it's
It
really
takes
hard
forever.
to even show you up close. Love you, Cedar. And it's really hard to like follow this up close without the camera moving or blurring out and all that. So it's hard for you to see exactly what I'm doing here, but I try to explain things as best as I can. Vlogging video is.
What is this?
Video logging my day.
The whole screen went to that.
That's Diane trying to call. Just decline.
Okay. Oh, Bonnie says hello. Hi, Bonnie.
Hello.
Luann says hi. Hi, Luann.
Hello.
She's calling again.
Just answer it real quick
Here
and
she
tell
goes.
her I'm on live stream. Say Tiff is on live stream.
Nothing's happening.
Probably because it's in the garage.
I don't know.
Hi, Tiff.
Tiff is on live. She can't talk.
Oh, is she doing all live?
Yes, she's on live. She can't talk.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll catch her on the live.
Okay. See you on there. I have to hang up because I'm reading off this thing.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
How do I go back? No, I don't know how to use this at all. Sorry, guys. I'm very technology illiterate.
Okay.
Thank you. Bonnie says, I know I'm late. How are you?
I'm good. Just hurting, but I'm trying to get stuff done. I have this issue with leaving the frame empty because you pay so much money for something like this. And I know it costs to make quilts and stuff too, but when you own a long arm, it's like a big chunk of wasted money. If you don't have something on this at least every week, you know, and it makes no sense for it to just sit empty. So I am loading a quilt because I can't stand this to sit empty. Even if I'm not quilting, I can't leave it empty. It seems like a waste of money if I do. So obviously it has to be loaded. Even if it takes me 5 or 6 days to do a quilt, I still like this loaded. It's this quilt that I'm going to be quilting though, the Insomnia quilt. It's not getting custom quilting. It's going to be an edge to edge. I'm thinking flowers because the fabric has flowers in it and it'll break up a lot of that barcode lookingness to it. Even though really, I mean, it kind of looks like a barcode, but it kind of does not. But it'll break some of that straightness of the seams up, having flowers. So it'll just be something simple, edge to edge, that I can get done in like a day or two. And then obviously this will probably be empty for Christmas, but.
Okay, Diane's on. She says hi.
Hi, Diane. Sorry about that. Sometimes other devices will kick the internet off, so that's why Scott answered to tell you I was on live, because if you keep calling, it'll kick this. All right, so that is now pinned. Then I just drop it down in there like that, and then I pull this one and let it fall. And then I make sure that my ends are straight
Just sit.
like this, because I don't want no folds. And then I take it up onto this bar just a little bit, and then the rest goes on, undo. I take it onto this one right here. And then the whole entire time I'm doing this, what I do is I go back and forth, rubbing my hand along it, and lose my slippers at the same time.
Oh, Diane got her quilts today.
Awesome, awesome. That one went really deep.
You need a Band-Aid?
It double fingered.
Oh, Maureen says hi. Hi, Maureen.
I just stabbed myself
She says hi
a
from-
double finger needling. I got 2 fingers with 1 needle.
Do you need me to get you a Band-Aid?
Nope, I'm just waiting for it to.
I don't want you to get blood on the quilt. A little blood, sweat, and tears in every one.
It's always this process too. Right here is where I get myself the most. All right. Now I need
Oh, Luann says she got her things. Thank you, guys, she says. You're welcome, Luann.
Awesome. I'm glad everybody's getting their stuff.
Yes, I'm glad the post office is working good and doing their job, and everyone's getting their things before Christmas.
So all I do is go back and forth, smoothing it out while I roll it.
Gwen says I heard that squeak and thought it was her machine. She thought it was her machine.
And sometimes the seam doesn't land straight on the line. You can see right here, the seam doesn't land straight like this. Sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's not. It shouldn't hopefully affect this much, as long as I keep straightening everything out. And I also, because this is flannel, I have to pull everything that this thing has been picking up between the house and out here off of the floor. Usually I lay sheets down on the ground. I have like big huge old comforters and sheets that I lay on the ground to prevent things from getting dirty, especially white stuff like this. But I'm on camera and that's really hard to do.
Linda says hi. Hi, Linda.
Hello, everybody. It's fine. I get it. I'll flatten it out.
Okay.
I'm used to this.
Okay.
So I just go back and forth, and you can see it's a workout. You got a step tracker. This is the best way to count your steps for the day. Just back and forth, smoothing it out. And you really have to smooth out flannel more than cotton, because one slight crease in that flannel will get to itself and have a crease, and you don't want creases in your projects. So I just go back and forth to make sure that nothing happens, and I turn it as I go, just like that. There's
Diane
lots-
says the camera did not do justice to this quilt. It's absolutely gorgeous.
What, the Christmas quilt?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what she's talking
Well,
about.
I'm glad. I'm glad you like it, because that was one of my earlier quilts from a long time ago.
Linda says I would rather do that than try to wrestle it on a small machine. So,
Yeah, this is a lot easier, honestly. But everybody can't afford these, so. It's going on nicely, though. That's all that matters. There's so many threads that it's been picking up from everywhere. But it stays pretty flat. And I'm only rolling this one time. I'm not going to roll back and forth. Sometimes I roll back and forth from the back bar to the front bar to get any sagging out. But since the person that's purchasing this doesn't care if there's any sagging, it's not going to affect my quilting. But if it did like shift the quilt in any way, they really don't care. So.
Linda says, nope, not me. She would love to have one with the room and the money.
Yeah.
Yes, having enough room for one is also another big issue.
Yep.
Diane says, yes, she's talking about the Christmas quilt. I have it. She says she has it covering her at the moment. She says, I have it covering me.
All right, so I have a lot of shifting going on here. Like a whole heck of a lot. That kind of sucks. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just do this. I just like kind of tug of war the front with the rolling because I don't want any sagging in the center of this. As you can tell, it was starting to sag, and you can see that this line, it's pretty straight on this side right here, my seam, as you can tell, but then it kind of starts going upwards right here, and that cannot be controlled completely, but if I just go back and forth like this, it'll help straighten it out. And we wonder why my wrist hurts. All right, so I'm gonna pop my snaps. It's laying pretty flat now. I don't think that's gonna be a big ordeal. And I just pop that off. We're gonna cut off some batting. I don't know how well that, I don't think this is gonna see it. I need 100. You're like super popular today. So I'm gonna go down there. This is my roll of batting covered in a sheet, and I'm going to cut. I'm just gonna put you down here. I'm gonna cut that out. How much I need. So I need some scissors. All right, so here's my batting. I'm gonna find the end, and I need 102. I need 102 inches in length. I need it to be as long. This is already as wide because it's 96 inches wide. I need 102. So what I do is I fold it on top of itself. I wish I can like separate the shelves in my garage so I can build a bar to hang this stuff from, but that's another project. But I'm going to fold it on top of itself until I have 52 inches-ish in the fold itself, and then I'll cut. So I always take my tape measure, and I lay it on the ground like this to expose the amount that I need. This is a lot of work when it's just me. Usually CJ comes outside and helps me. But he's not here, and Scott is on the phone. It sounds like with my doctor's office or something. All right, so let's see if this is a half of 50 something. Nope, we need to go a little bit more. So again, I have to pick this whole thing up, and notice I'm on a sheet, which helps keep this from getting super dirty. All right. That's got to be 50 inches right there. This is a lot of work, guys. A lot of work. All right. There. So much work. So much work. There we go. That's where I'm cutting it. So, cut it off. Now that I'm sweating. It's best if you don't have a car in the way. This is why I stay so fit, I guess. And if you guys are talking, obviously we cannot see it because Scott's on the phone. And then I close my tape measure. Roll this back up. Pick this up off the floor. And roll it back up in the sheet to keep it from getting yucky. Just like that. And then I slide it in front of my car. Oh. Okay, so I'm out of breath. Totally out of breath. Totally out of breath. Hello everybody that's joining. And yes, I am wearing Ninja Turtle pajama pants. All right, any fuzzes or stray threads that I picked up while crawling around on this, I just pluck those out of the way, especially black thread. And now what I'm going to do, so I'm going to lay this on here.
That was for your nerve conduction test, January
Like
5th
this.
at 5 o'clock.
Okay. And I'm going to find the halfway point because this is my length now from up there to way down here. So that's my length. And here's my half.
Bonnie
So I
says
laid-
she loves your pajamas. They're cute. My son loves the turtles.
I laid the halfway point of the batting, and this is the same with cotton batting and or whatever kind of batting. I'm just using polyester. And then I just fold it till it opens all the way up. And then I throw this open like that so that I can make sure that the quilt is the correct size since I had to do this all on my own. Whew.
Jim says you're wearing him out.
Yeah, I'm wearing myself out and all this crap is in my way. I usually keep this area pretty empty. Where's the quilt top now?
Over here.
I still have to switch the thread out. I'm going to be using a yellow color.
Linda asked if you went to the doctor regarding your wrist yet.
Yes, I went to the doctor yesterday. Yesterday was the doctor. I have to go for a nerve conduction study for those that are joining. And then I also have to have an x-ray, which I will probably go do sometime today before 4 o'clock. Because that's when the x-ray place is closed. So I'm going to find the center of my quilt. I'm going to crease it, which I don't need to because there's a seam right there in the center. So all I actually need to do is line that seam up with the center marking on my frame, like this. And then lay it up here about right there. Lay it up here, keeping that center mark. I float all my tops, which I've told you guys many times, many times. So I get that top just laying nicely, and then I make sure that I have enough batting, which I'm pretty sure I do. Yes, I do. I have plenty. So once I know that I have plenty of batting and everything's lined up on the top, like this, I take the batting and the quilt top, and I just shove it all under the frame. I just kick it out of the way so I'm not stepping on it or anything, and everything else can just be adjusted while up here. So I make sure I have nice straight lines. I come to the end of the frame and I look and I can see that this side up here needs to go up just a little bit. And then I go to the end again and I look. And I go, oh, okay, that's perfect. Nice straight lines. Now I need to put a new bobbin in and a thread. So that part, Scotty could probably take the camera and hold it so you guys can see.
Where do you want me to go?
Shoot, hold on. You're gonna give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
We're gonna choose a thread color. Okay, come on. Get the camera, come over here a bit. Please. That's my gray. All gray. All right, so I don't have very many choices when it comes to thread, like at all. This is the only choices I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this color right here. It's called Lemon Ice, and it is a yellow color. And I'm going to lay it on with the strings, like kind of like Donna Jordan does, but I just lay a little bit on there, and I look and go, oh wow, that blends beautifully, and it matches with a lot of the background. But then I also have, let's see, cream.
Linda says such a pretty quilt.
I also have this cream color, and the cream might blend even more, and it actually does because it's showing with the yellow. It looks good on that red. Oh yeah, cream looks a lot better. So we're gonna go with cream. Okay, so I'm gonna choose the color.
It's skipping so much. I'm missing the whole thing. I missed the whole cream thing. It's not even showing up. It's skipping so bad.
Oh, well, then we can just say goodbye.
It's
You can put it
skipping
on me.
really bad.
Put it on me. So it's missing me doing this. I also have this peach color. And that doesn't look good anyway, so that is not going to be a choice. But we're going to go with cream. And what I need to roll a ton of bobbins, at least, because this is queen size. I need to roll at least 11. I'm going to be doing an edge to edge, so it should go pretty quick. And I need to baste it and all that other stuff. But since the camera keeps freezing and being in the garage is really hard on live streaming and all the stuff takes forever, at least you got to watch me load the frame. But now I need to roll bobbins and baste, put my small little thread stash away. And let me see this real quick. And then, so this is what I'm going to be doing. It looks really cool.
You're not basting this, are you?
I have to baste it on so it stays, or else it just falls.
Oh, so
And
you're
this is the
basting.
thread color
Okay.
right there.
So we're doing what?
It's called cream and it matches the best. But since this garage has horrible signal,
I thought you normally float them on.
this is floating, but it has to be tacked down or else it'll just go like this.
Ah.
It has to be tacked down. There's a basting stitch that goes around the edge of the whole entire quilt.
What was Becca talking about basting that she didn't want to do?
She didn't want to put the top, the middle, and the backing together and sandwich it and put a ton of pins in it to take it over to her machine and sew it.
Oh.
That's a different kind of basting.
Oh.
All right. So I had to clarify his question there if you guys heard him.
Quilting stuff? I'm asking quilting
So
questions.
anyways, I am going to go and I need to roll bobbins and all that stuff, but I need to take a sit down because I'm already warm. Cutting that batting wore me out. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me in my quilt room for the day. I'm pretty sure I'll be back sometime later. Plus I have a client coming by and all sorts of other stuff going on today. So as soon as all that's done and all the things I need to do today, sometime tonight, I'll come back and we'll quilt this. So other than that, I hope you guys all have a great day and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye.
Bye, everyone.